Hi YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. We're back into regular messages. I'm really excited. Today is a pick a card. Shocker. But when I asked, what does it need to be? Like, does it just need to be a collective message? Hang on.
Get cat tunnel out of the way for the moment.
What does it need to be? And I knew immediately it was pick a card. And it's messages from your higher self. And I want you to take that however you need to take it, whether it's like the next version of you, whether it's just the being that you connect with that provides you insight, like your intuition, whatever your higher self feels like for you. And, for some of you, and me included, it's God. For me personally, it's all of it. It's like a version of myself that already exists that I'm shifting into, and it's source moving through me, and it's all of it. So it's just like, what do you need to hear right now with regards to where you're at, who you're becoming, what you're unbecoming, things along those lines. I'm currently offering rebirth readings. So if you're in a place of like big shifting, changing, transitioning, or you just feel like it's happening, but you can't really tell what's going on, the rebirth reading is 10 out of 10. I've done a bunch of them and they've all been really good. So I will link everything below and let you know how you can reach out about that. But we're going to go ahead and get into your signifiers. So there are 3 piles. So you can start with that. There's 1, 2, and 3. Those are energetic vibrations in and of themselves. Pile number 1 has a big chunky rose quartz piece. And your signifier card is number 47, Go the Distance. Pile number 2, oh, what the heck? Sorry, my light is bright, but it shifts a little bit. Has this giant chunk of kyanite with quartz. And your signifier card is number 38, Pachamama, she with the Indian emerald heart. And pile number 3 has this gorgeous little clear quartz tower, and it has a lot of hematite inclusions that you can kind of see in the back there. And your signifier card is number 3, Gemini, cross-pollinate. So I want you guys to take a minute and feel into all of those energies and see what stands out the most for you. Sometimes you need to watch all of them. Sometimes it's just like one in particular. Sometimes there's one synchronicity that stood out so bad that you're just like, I need to watch that one. That happens for me a lot. I'm like, how is this popping up again? So any of those could be options for you guys. So I'll invite you to take a moment to breathe and connect with your body and your consciousness and your intuition and ask which one you need to receive right now. And if you need to watch multiple, that's okay, but just where you need to start. And I'm going to go ahead and dive into group number 1. So if you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. This pile feels feels really happy, feels really good, feels soft, feminine, compassionate. Now for your Go the Distance card, there's a couple of things here. 47 is 4 and 7. So we have stability, foundation, structure, safety, and then we have 7, which is ethereal, it's divine messages, it's divine guidance, it's angels, angelic support. With Go the Distance, this feels like you're in something for the long haul. This could be like self-transformation. This could be your spiritual practice. This could be work. This could be a relationship. Whatever it is, like, you are committed and spirit is encouraging you. Your higher self is encouraging you to it is absolutely a marathon. You know, it's not a race to the finish. It's about pursuing and consistency, and like there's movement, but it's long-term movement, right? Like, we're not worried about how many days it's going to take. We just know this is my direction, and that's where we're going. That's how we're doing it. So that the vibe I'm getting for you guys is this concept of time kind of dispersing and elongating and stretching, and I feel like your higher self wants you to trust, right? So 7 and 4 is 11. So new beginnings, right? Like, trust the path that you're on with the new beginning that you're co-creating. There feels like a lot of alignment for you. Like, your higher self's just saying, like, you're in alignment, like, you're doing it. I feel so much joy and gratitude in my body right now. Like, you're on your path. You're absolutely on your path. And even if a lot of specifics still feel funny or you're not really sure, you're on it. You can trust that you're on it. You can trust that you're on it. Ooh, and then we have number 43, hexagon. So again, here with structure, I'm also feeling solar plexus. We have solar plexus and heart energy. We have more structure. We have play. We have joy. We have sweetness. 4 and 3, again with, okay, come on, light, do your thing. A little bit better. 4 and 3, the structure, the co-creation, and then again with the 7, divine guidance, right? So I am going to read some of this guy. Beauty and perfection. The 6-sided geometry of the hexagon speaks of structure, function, order. We find it in the beauty of crystals, the perfection of snowflakes, and the symmetry of beehives. Beauty surrounds you. This card suggests that you focus on that beauty and seek ways to bring it more consciously into your life. I'm hearing for some of you that there are things that you love and appreciate, you find so beautiful, and you need to bring more of it into your home or into your space. Feng Shui could be a great thing for you to explore right now if you're wanting to like shift energy. If you're like, I'm just ready to call something in, I'm ready to let something go, I'm ready to feel some movement and flow, Feng Shui is amazing. If I could easily access my book, I would, but I don't want to take up the time. If you're interested in the book that I've read to do the Feng Shui in my home, let me know and I'll send it to you. Or just comment below and I'll message you the title. But yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of you need to bring more of the things you love into your home and into your space. That feels really important. Yeah. Deliberate, slow walk in the woods, smelling the scents of the forest, listening to the birds. Go with your family to an art museum. Bring some flowers home. Purchase a crystal. Place it where you will notice it every day. Walk in beauty. Yeah, this feels... Pile 1, it feels like you have entered into a new state of harmonious existence with yourself. And I feel like you're feeling and noticing so much more just centeredness, like true like heart coherence and coherence with your actions. You're acting from a place of heart coherence, more or less. And the next card you have is harmony. I feel a lot of like ease happening in your life right now, Pile 1. And if not in this moment, then this is what is incoming for you. This is what you're manifesting and calling in. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Yeah, like, okay, flow, grace, and simplicity. Simplifying your daily routine. Practicing tranquility. Yeah, there's something here about because you have come to a place of deep acceptance of like your whole self, things are harmonizing around you a little bit more quickly and easily. And harmony is something maybe you don't necessarily have to focus on right in this moment, but it's important for you to realize that that's a pinpoint for you to come back to. If you ever feel out of balance, out of whack, a little lost, a little down, whatever, like think of harmony. You know, you maybe even want to write it and put it somewhere, or like print out a pretty thing that has the word harmony in it, or something that reminds you of harmony. Could be music, you know, whatever it is, things like cohesively working and being together. This feels like a very important energetic and word for you right now. Your next card is Stomach Meridian, Nourishment, and Right Processing. So you'll notice the line that runs all the way up the person's, that is technically their, well, I want to say it's right side, but I keep feeling left. And then, like, if you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, it might be getting depicted so that it's left, because your stomach's on your left side. But if you were to flip this, it would be on the right. So let me see really quick. Ooh. Here we go. The best process satisfies your needs along the way. What next step will lead you to your goal while nourishing you? All right, it doesn't specify the side. But you're getting a lot of yellow, so solar plexus, stomach, nourishment, digestion. What next step will lead you to your goal while nourishing you? Ooh. So you could take this a lot of different ways, and I'm hoping that anyone who's watching this is receiving it and thinking of some things like that are popping into mind. But for me, for instance, what's going to nourish me while I'm on my way? What you doing, buddy? Hi, Bubba. What's going to nourish me while I'm on my way? It's been a big change in my eating habits. That's been a huge part for me, is a little bit more intuitive eating, like staying consistent with nourishing and regulating the body, and also adding variety and trying new things. That's just important nourishment for me in a lot of different ways, you know. Get a lot of Aussie today. So, yeah, what do you need that's nourishing you along the way? Might be a new book or something along those lines, right? Ooh, the next card you have is number 14, the Curse, and it is reversed. So let's see what's coming up. Again, with the ones and the fours, those are prominent for you right now. It's like structure, routine, body. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. This is referring to limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events in our lives. Ooh, blocked energy. A lot of you, myself included, truly, a big part of harmonizing your life right now is bear with me, reconsidering like how you live. And if you want to live easefully, that means doing things to help you live easefully, right? So for me personally, what creates ease in my life right now, because I do feel like I'm in a very creative place, which means I need to not be consuming as much. I need to be expressing and sharing and doing more. So being a little lighter in general, I eat well. And there's some days where I'm like, I just don't want to eat as much as I normally do, right? So I eat a little bit less. Or I just choose lighter meal options. I don't eat as much fat or as dense of a food. Or if something's harder for me to process, I really notice it lately. I'm not processing, there's a lot of food that I can go eat out, but if it's like oily or anything like that, I'm having a tough time. This little foot just up in the air, I fucking can't. So eating lighter, communicating less, consuming less, like literally with food, with like the content, like just less right now, less, so that I can express more, right? That's a balance too. So I feel like there's something there for you that's really asking you to pay attention to like your processes right now and your choices and your actions. Your actions are really important reverberations, very, very, very important reverberations. What you take action on and why and how you take action on it. Oh, I feel there's a lot of emotion there. Like, trust that if you take the right action, you're going to be okay. I feel like I had to say that. Another 4. You guys have a lot of 4. There's a lot of foundational stuff that your higher self is asking you to focus on right now. Very foundational. You have number 49, the infinite. We're going to read a little bit of this one. There's just so much. There's a lot of things going really well for you right now, and there's a lot of emotion, and it's so important for you to be present with your emotions. The eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirth within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. Yeah, this is a big deal, guys. You're in a very pivotal space. It's a very important time to protect your energy because you are a new bud. I'm getting this gorgeous little visual of this sweet, tiny little flower that has sprouted. And it is going to become a rose bush or it's going to become a big thing. But you are so in the beginning stages, and it is really important for you to respect that and take care of it and cherish it and go slow and be in an easeful place. Create structure for yourself that supports your ease. Like for me, again, with this light, man. There we go. It's a little bit better. Like, this is on pretty bright. Maybe it could be brighter. I don't know. Hang on. Let's find out. It's a tad, I look pale. I am a little pale, but that's fine. For me, a structure that really supports ease is meal prepping. So making the time to make a bunch of stuff, make large portions of food, and then, that makes my life so much more easeful because I don't have to think very much. I just know, I'm hungry, I gotta eat, gotta prioritize my protein, here's my options, here's what I can mix it around with. And on the days where I'm I just want something different, that gives me creative freedom to go have fun and play with my food, and I love that. But the structure of regularly eating these things makes my life, regularly bulk prepping these things makes my life a lot easier. So you guys are in a I don't want to say fragile, like, oh my God, be careful. It's just fragile, like, I'm going to be extra mindful of this space, you know? So let's pull a few tarot cards for you guys. This is so beautiful. I feel a lot of this. I think that's a huge part of why I'm feeling a lot of the emotions is I'm deeply feeling this with you guys as well. And generally, I think, you know, when I'm doing readings for collective energy, I am part of this collective. So I'm bound to resonate with most of what I'm sharing, you know. Okay. So we have 7 of Swords. Yeah, you've been, okay. There's been a lot of lies that you've believed to be true, that you've been telling yourself, that other people have told you. There's a lot of bullshit that you're still taking off. You're noticing it and you're choosing otherwise. You're still very deep in process with regards to what's true for me and what's not. What's real for me and what's not. What is my truth? What is bullshit? 6 of Cups. You're returning to this more innocent state, which is incredible. I'm sorry that the light keeps doing what it's doing. There we go. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 6 of Cups. So you're realizing that your truth is innocence and play. You're realizing that your natural state is play, and Scorpio energy is here. The Sun energy is here. Reunion, pleasure. That's all coming up. There might be some things from your past that are coming forward that you're like, that would feel really good to do. That would feel fun. Like, just honor that, you know, roll with it as much as you can. A lot of your untruths were settled in childhood, right? And so now you're getting to repaint the picture of like what healthy childlike energy is for you, which is amazing. Ooh, and then we have Knight of Wands. So this is great. It's like you're going forward with all of your excited energy. It is a reminder of like, don't get too overzealous, you know, like definitely continue to create balance and harmony for yourself, right? But it's good because it's reinvigorating. I feel like this part of where you're at right now, your higher self, your spirit is really saying like, allow yourself to be reinvigorated by memories of the past or hopes like long lost, you know, things along those lines. You're in it for the long haul, and there's so much goodness coming to you, pile number 1. You're already in it, you know, you're already deep in your goodness. It's just a matter of fully acknowledging and realizing it and working with it, right? So I'm sending you guys so much love. I am here if you need anything. All of my links and availability are down below, and if you know me, you know how to get a hold of me. So I am going to be working on a new website though. Very excited about that. I am really looking forward to having something that is really user friendly, that makes it so easy for you to be like, this is the thing I want to do, this is the thing I want to book, this is the thing I want to inquire about. Like, I just want to make it so much more streamlined. So thank you guys for listening. I love you. Just reach out if you need anything. Okay, pile 2. Oh, I should have been timestamping. It's fine. We'll get there. Oh, God. I won't do all of this right now, but you guys picked kyanite. This is a stone of communication. This is a storm element stone. It is for your mental. It is for speaking, clear speaking, being heard. The energies throughout your cards as I was pulling them are very interesting. So we're just going to go ahead and dive in. So you got number 38, Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. So you could really be relating to Empress energy right now, to earth energy, to nourishment, to creation, to the heart space. This pile is like very much so reverberating for me. So we're just gonna dive in. Oh, I didn't even need, that's fine. Okay. Also, the numbers 3 and 8 are a lot about co-creation, infinite abundance, infinite opportunity. Pachamama, the goddess of the earth, honored by the indigenous peoples of the Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She is able to foster life with such genius and generosity because there's no fear preventing her from holding space for new life to emerge. Be open to new and the different. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and in life. Damn. Trust like the Earth Mother as an act of devotion. She is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and your life. So, let's just see if we can get this light to, there we go. Yeah, things can be different. Some things can stay the same, some things need to shift, some things don't quite feel right. And we're working through all of it. Storm energy is a lot. And it's important to ground yourself throughout all of that too, right? So that's like the Pachamama energy, that's the nourishment, that's the earth, that's the grounding, that's the settling, that's the support, that's the act of creation. You know, it provides a lot of that. Now, you guys have 2 sacred geometry cards, and they are both reversed. One of them might not. Interesting. We'll see. You have number 6, duality, and number 41, Metatron's cube. That's how I know I'm connected to this one, because of Metatron. Yeah, so this one actually doesn't have a reversed aspect, so there's that. So number 6, duality. Polarity, separation. Understanding and releasing feelings of separation, grief, or fear. There are times in our lives when feelings of separation and isolation overwhelm our sense of serenity and wholeness. A place for grief exists in the healing process, so long as we understand that it is part of the movement toward healing and it does not become a stuck place of pain and suffering. So, this is a big one. A lot of times when we face a problem or an issue or something that doesn't feel good or whatever, it makes us feel separate from. It makes us feel not whole. It makes us feel not centered. And there's a place for all of it, you know? Like, I feel like I'm actively, probably need to more, but like actively grieving how I've been able to be. There's literally times where I think, like, I get frustrated, like, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I live like that? Why blah, 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 blah. And it's not that I can't. It's just that in this moment, it's not the right answer, or it's not feasible, or it's just not the right thing. It doesn't create harmony. We're all unique. And it's so important to embrace that uniqueness and to allow ourselves to grieve the parts of us that maybe can't be a certain way right now, or maybe have been at one point and just no longer can be, right? like women who enter into menopause, like no longer able to bear children. That's a whole thing. That was something that maybe at one point they were able to do and did do, and now they can no longer do that, right? Someone who has an amputation, at one point they were able to operate and function however they needed to, and now they just need to do it differently. There is no going back, right? With this feels like, what parts of you feel separated, and how can you honor that difference or distance right now? That's a weird one for me to be realizing as I'm saying it, but it's true, and it's important, and it's okay. And it's still sad. Like, I feel so much sadness. And that's okay. Because it literally, like, the sadness just wants to make space for more harmony. You know, when we let those emotions or feelings flow and move, then we have the space for what we really need. And then for Metatron's cube, again, that's so funny. That's so funny that both of these cards came out reversed. And both of them do not have a reversed aspect. I had a feeling about that. Sometimes we perceive things to be a certain way and they're just not that way. Your perception could be a huge part right now. I feel like your higher self is just trying to show you, like, your perception's a really big deal. How are you choosing to see something? And can you choose to see something for exactly what it is and be okay with it? I put mascara on. I don't want to cry. Metatron's cube has been a big one for me lately. So if you're interested in working with sacred geometry, this might be your time to begin working with this particular energetic. This is a lot about harmonizing masculine and feminine energy, balance, community, fruit of life, male and female energies. You are asked to see how substance and form are working in your life and to view them as aspects of male and female cooperation, balancing yin and yang, promoting harmony and creativity. Oof. Your relationship with others and feeling like you're part of a community. So that could be something coming up for you too. You know, how do you feel about your community? Do you feel like you're in harmony with your community? And how can you pay more attention to that and maybe balance it more? You also have throat and solar plexus energy. So these could be what needs the most attention and focus right now. And then you have the card of Earth. So foxes could be important. They are for me. I know I'm receiving a lot from this reading. Earth energy, grounding, balancing. I think Earth energy embodies the masculine and feminine the most, because Earth feels like structure and safety and security to me, so it feels very masculine, and it is so fertile and abundant and nurturing, so it's very feminine. So I feel like that's an interesting message to be present with, is connecting more with Earth. I, for one, have been needing to make conscious physical connection with Earth a lot more lately. And then you have liver meridian, planning and action. Again, kind of a blend of solar plexus and throat chakra energy here. Liver meridian. Planning and action. What resentments or regrets stand in the way of right action? Focus and then forgive. Now decide your next step. Oof. Okay. What resentments or regrets stand in the way of right action? So, let's see if there we go. I know for me, and I'm not going to go into it here, but there's definitely some feelings of like resentment or regret that are coming up now around things that I'm like doing. And I wouldn't say it's blocking me because I'm still moving forward. But I do believe that a higher level of like self-compassion and forgiveness is needed, and refocusing the energy on coming from a space of like joy, like just being a whole new person, like fully accepting what it is you did or didn't do, and leaning into, okay, I'm going to not only forgive that part of myself, but I'm going to take actions in ways that feel like I fully forgive that part of myself. I can fully and easily move forward because I have forgiven whoever or whatever, right? And also it might be a good time to like pay attention to your liver. What does your liver need or not need? Oh, okay. Then we have number 28, which is the day that I'm filming this, Jaguar. So, Jaguar speaks on fearlessness, on protection, on the underworld, the other world. She is the keeper of the bridge. She rules the West. And again, a lot of energy around, you have a lot of 8s, 2s, harmony, balance, abundance, creation, infinite possibilities. Jaguar energy is deep and all-seeing, and there is no escaping it. And so that might be, you might be communicating with a lot of parts of yourself right now. And it's important for you to continue to do that. Lots of clear communications between the parts, allowing for space for feeling and processing and grounding yourself in. You feel like, you guys feel like you're at the precipice of like a rebirth. It feels very like on the edge. Like you're really, really close to some parts and pieces still, and also this new life. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze right now. And your last Oracle card is number 16, Loving Compassion. Having so much compassion for yourself right now, softening, slowing down, listening, holding yourself, and for everyone around you too. The community card's really bringing to mind the whole idea of like, hey, we're like all doing this right now, whether we are conscious of it or not. There's a need to be more mindful of your resources right now. And not in scarcity, but just working more mindfully with them. possibly just spending a little less and just being more mindful of them. Because we have Four of Pentacles, and then we also have Queen of Swords reversed. So there's a need to be really mindful of your mental attitude right now. I know that this is like a tougher, less comfortable space to be in at the moment, Pile 2. Be mindful of being manipulative, being cold, being pessimistic, being bitter. If those feelings come up, ask where they're coming from. There we go. And be more compassionate with yourself. Embrace more of the earth energy right now, the mother energy, and let go a little bit more of the logic mind and the needing to figure it all out. And you're needing to be in a place of more like trusting each aligned movement. Okay. Then we have Two of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so you need to be very mindful of your money, your mind, and your organization right now. Slowing down more, creating more balance, harmonizing with everything you're experiencing right now, because there's a lot present, and I feel like if you consistently drop into your heart, communicate with yourself, communicate with others to the best of your ability, you're going to move through this. This time when you're receiving this right now, though, it feels a little crunchy, and it's so important for you to just go slow and be patient and do the absolute best you can, and that's all you can do. Bottom of the deck is the Strength card. So, yeah. I'm sending you so much love, Pile 2. I know. I hear you, and I feel you, and I see you. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. But you guys have got it, and you have a lot of great support. A lot of excellent support, I should say. And I feel like I need to reiterate the being fearless portion of all of that. It's coming up strong. Yeah, and your perception, right? No reversals. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and shift into pile number 3. So if you picked this little chunky quartz, the energy of this pile feels very much lighter. Oh, that's funny. Pile 3 got number 3. I didn't even realize that. So Gemini energy coming through. This is playful. This is compassionate, communicative, seeing, all sides of the situation, working together, co-creating, collaborating. I think I said that already. Cross-pollinate. Yeah. So this could be a time where you're being called to work with more people, or you're being called to do more. 4420. Yeah, there's new home foundations being built for y'all right now. There's new partnerships, new relationships, new levels of relationships. Home is coming up. Ooh. You got number 21, Mayan Dream. So this is a new beginning, this is harmony, this is relating, and then 3, again, co-creating. I've never pulled this card before. Spiral and cosmic connection. In choosing this card, you are asked to enter dream time and find the inner journey to your spiral beginnings. As spirals are the purest form of moving energy, you can travel the spiral dream journey to the level of subatomic particles and watch them reveal their spiral vortices. You can also travel to galaxies, watching the magnificent dance as they go spinning through space. This is the dream that connects microcosm and macrocosm. This is the dream that will help you realize your place in the universe. Not small or insignificant, but an integral part of a glorious whole. By connecting through sacred geometry, intention, and spirit, you will find yourself better able to create your dreams in this reality. Ooh, you're very much so leaning into your universal wisdom to create your reality right now. So more of your spirituality. Ooh, and then you got celestial. Talk about these otherworldly energies. Guides, signs, spirits. Pay close attention to the messages and signs delivered to you. Some may be easier than others to recognize. Spirit guides and energies combined with the universe deliver guidance, sometimes in the smallest of details. Become tuned into these communications presented to you. They are gifts. So yeah, your dreams are super important right now. You are connecting more and more with bigger energy beings and bodies, which is great. And I feel there's a lot of amplification around this right now. Working with your dream state, working with synchronicities is amplifying your intention and your direction. So wherever you're aiming to go in life, everything around you wants to amplify that for you and continue to press you forward is what I'm getting. Then you have 9th chakra, harmony and idealism. So we're not talking just 7, but 8 and 9. So y'all are in the ethers right now. Spirit is really talking to you from the etheric plane, from a high vibrational plane. That is where you are working. Harmony and idealism feels like that is your goal. Those are the lenses that you're wearing and iterating life through right now. Airy, dreamy, high vibe, wide connection energy right now. And then you have number 7, the child. So a lot of innocence, a lot of play, possibly connecting with children in your life. Wisdom of children is what I'm getting. Seeing with the eyes of a child. Yeah, when you look at everything through the eyes of a child, it's like nothing matters, nothing's a big deal. And that's where you're at. And it's not bad at all. You're getting constant confirmation of this being your path right now. You also have number 39, our ancient future. This is very Lemurian. This feels very, we used to be all of these ways. We are reintegrating that again. The peaceful, harmonious way of being and knowing is coming back, and you are helping bring that into alignment by living in Delulu land is more or less like what I'm getting. It's powerful. It's very powerful. You guys have a more structured, just a different structure spread than the others. You guys also have 7 of Swords upright, so it's talking a lot about false identities, no longer tricking yourself or believing in bullshit that you might have believed before. How did you? Okay. We have 9 of Wands reversed, so there's an essence or feeling of struggle here. struggle in being able to tell what's truth and what's not is what I'm feeling. And you guys know the answer. Go into that high vibrational state and space and lean into that and trust that, okay? Yeah, and then we have Knight of Wands reversed. So the unhealthy versions of like Delulu is kind of where you might be sitting at right now, where there's feelings of like struggle and it has to be this way and it's like really letting go of all of that and leaning into the expansiveness that the universe has to offer and not being absorbed by it, but trusting it more. I feel like you literally just need to trust more. Yeah, and then because then we get Knight of Cups. Creativity, idealism, beauty, creation, negotiating, diplomatic, charming, imagination. It's like, and that's Pisces energy. Lean into the softness of idealism as opposed to the rigidity of idealism. Does that make sense? Like, you're being asked to get softer, to allow more, to let go more, to release more. You might need to do something that just helps the body relax, right? Like massage or a bath. Or, Mary, I swear to God, if you don't watch this, I'll be shocked. I just saw 2 Jeep Gladiators and, yeah, anyway. Yeah, this feels really good. This feels like God's asking you to be like, just let go more. Let go more. I know that might feel frustrating, but you don't have to do anything about it. I know you might not know what to do in this moment, but you could take a breath and like meditate and listen to me. You know, it's that type of vibe. So when you guys lean into that, I feel like the ease that comes from that is going to bring in a lot of prosperity and abundance for you. Just throwing it out there. Lots of that internally first, and then it is going to appear in front of your very eyes. All right, so I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm here if you need anything, if you need any extra support. All my links are down below. I love and respect and appreciate you all so much. Please thumbs up the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Comment, engage, share. It makes a huge difference. It makes a world of a difference. So thank you all very much. I love you, and I'll chat with you soon.